All right, guys, what's up? Hope you're doing great. Another video here coming to you. And I want to talk to you about this stuff right here today. I want to talk to you about money. If you are just tuning in here to these videos, I drop a video every single day, Monday through Friday, where I talk about ideas, strategies, tactics, things, thinking patterns, belief systems and things like that that would help you become a world-class entrepreneur, human being at whatever it is that you're doing. How do you rise to the top 4% at your game? So if you haven't subscribed, feel free to subscribe, hit notification bell so you can get notifications when I post new video for you. In this video, I want to talk to you about this stuff right here, right? Money. So many people have misconceptions. So many people scramble and fight over, shoot, man, people kill for this stuff, right? People commit suicide for this stuff. People go insane for this stuff. Statistics say that most, marriages end in divorce because of this stuff. So this stuff is very, very, very important for you, for me, for every one of us to figure out how this works. And when you understand how this stuff works, you will never lack it, right? And when you never lack this, a lot of other areas in your life will be impacted positively, and as a result of that, you will have the good life that you want. So I think it's very important for us to understand how this stuff works. Now, the truth of the matter, the reality of the situation, is that so many people don't understand this stuff. There's 3 levels of money. I want to talk to you about 3 levels of money. But I think before we do that, let's have a little discussion here. And I would love for your participation in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on this kind of thing. Let me know what you think as well in the comments below this video, if you would. What is money? Have you ever thought about what is money? Let's talk about deep, invisible side of money, right? So some people might say, I've got, look, I've got $1 here, I've got $20 here, and I've got $100 here, right? They're all of these have the same ink. All of these have the same paper. They look almost identical, right? What's the difference? This dollar bill, okay, is worth $1, whereas this dollar bill that looks just like this, right? Size, paper, ink, is worth 100 times than what this is worth, right? Now, stay with me here. I want to share with you some ideas that will hopefully help you and get you thinking about this kind of stuff in a little bit of a different way. There's 3 levels of money. So, is this really money? Okay, people say this is money. Well, let me ask you a question. Is this money? Most people will probably say, yes, it is money. And you would be right. It is money. Now, let me ask you another question, right? If I dig into my wallet here and I pull out a credit card, and let me ask you a question. Is this money? And then some people would say, well, most of us would probably say, yes, it is money, right? But is it really money? It's a plastic card with some digits on it, and I can swipe it, and it's totally different, right? So is this money? Now we get a little bit, we're getting somewhere, right? So this is not money. This is not the same as this. Now, I don't want to get too philosophical here with you. Hopefully I can get the point across to you in a way that would resonate with you. What I'm telling you is that this is not money. This is a representation, right, of money. Just like this is just simply a representation of money. This is as valuable as, as the value that we give it. So as society, as community, as humankind, right, we have all agreed that this is a $100 bill and this is worth so much, and this can buy in any country you go, this is worth the same in pretty much every country, right? It makes sense as far as the value. So, but really, what is it? This is paper. So if they change currency tomorrow and, they print another paper, would that be the same thing as this? Would that be money? Well, yes, right? What if they turned this to a different form of it, like say gold? Would that be money? Yes. So what is money really? Okay, I want to talk to you about that. When you understand money, okay, and you understand the 3 levels of money, you will be able to get to the point where you will never ever lack, whether it's this form, maybe your bank account, right? Digits. It's just an idea. Money is an idea, first and foremost. Like when you look at money, if you want to get more of it, don't look at this on its lowest form, okay? 3 levels of money, the lowest level of money. And this is where most people in the world, they're fighting over it, they're scrambling over it, they're working 3 jobs over it, there's a big chaos on this first level of money, because this is where the majority of people are at as it relates to money. And this is, its physical, its material form. Right now, we need money in its material form, because we go to a restaurant and we need to pay this to get some food. Make sense? However, this is its lowest form. This is its lowest level, which is material level. Make sense? And this is where most of the society, most of the people in any industry, in any country, in any city, this is where majority of people are living at. This is where they're swimming at, and it's its lowest form of money. People fighting over it, okay? And this is not where you and I want to be, okay? Not the 4%ers, okay? Now, there is another level above that. And this another level, this is where you will find millionaires, multimillionaires, billionaires. And the way that they look at money, the way that they approach money, the way that they come to money and interact with money is completely different. Now, they still use it on the material level, right, on the physical level, but they operate and they deal with money on its second level, most of these people, which is psychological level. Okay, so if the first level here, the lowest level of money is material, okay, physical level, this is where you can touch, you can see it, okay? Well, when we go to the next level, it's psychological level. So I'll give you an example. When stocks plummeted, right? Bill Gates lost billions of dollars, okay? Warren Buffett lost tons of money, okay? Now, on its physical level, they did. Make sense? But did they really? Have you heard of people who were millionaires and lost it all and got it back just like that? Okay. Do you know any billionaires? Have you heard or read about any billionaires that went bankrupt, belly up, completely devastated financially on its lowest form or lowest level with this stuff? Okay. Economy goes upside down, goes cray, and sorry, I'm just getting messages here as I'm recording these. Some people, some millionaires, billionaires might lose millions of dollars on its lowest form, on its lowest level. But they have it back just like that. However, I'll give you a flip side, another coin, right? Or another way to look at it. Do you know some people that, or have you heard about some people, or have you read about some people that might have won a lottery and they've got a whole bunch of this on its lowest form, material, right? And then 6 months later, a year later, 2 years later, max, they're broke again. You see what I'm talking about? So the second level of money is psychological level of money, and that is this. Do you think Bill Gates thinks of himself and sees himself as somebody who's poor or somebody who is rich? See what I'm saying? Do you think Warren Buffett thinks of himself as poor or rich, even when they lost it all? Even when they go and, Trump went bankrupt, right? I don't care what your political views are, that's not related to this video. But when people lose, when people who are on the second or dealing with money on the second step of money, even when they lose it on its basic level here, they are still rich in their mind, psychologically, right? So that second level, it's really, 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 really important. This is your self-image as it's related to money. Remember this stuff will always match the level of your self-image. Okay? And this is what we talk a lot about in 4% here at 4%. This is what I teach in successchallenge.com, a program where we teach about, it doesn't matter if you're doing affiliate marketing, you're doing your own selling, brick and mortar, any business you're doing, but especially if you are an entrepreneurial type, we must understand whether it's this, right, or this, or it's going to be barter system tomorrow, gold, silver, whatever it is, Bitcoin. It doesn't matter what form that money will be in. It's still going to be dealt on its physical or material level, right? Transactional level, but that's not where we need to be at, because that level will always rise up. 100% will always rise up and match your psychological level. Make sense? So this is where we change, people that are wealthy, their self-image is, I'm wealthy. And you cannot convince them, even if they lose everything on a physical level, okay? They lose everything. They lose millions of dollars. They lose billions of dollars. They get it back because psychologically, this is where they're set as it relates to money. Make sense? So again, remember that. Now, but then there is also a third level. Okay, there is a higher level of that. And that is almost like spiritual level. And, I read the Bible, and which is a book I recommend you check out if you didn't. There's some great stuff in there. And I read, and it says, if you want to be, and I'm going to paraphrase this, and it says something to the point like, whoever wants to become great must become a servant. Okay? Now, the spiritual level of money is deeply rooted in your true intention when it comes to what it is that you're doing. Okay? And that is this. When you are, and this is deep stuff, I know, and we can be, spending days talking about this. We talk a great deal about this in successchallenge.com, and I teach this kind of stuff. We take days on this because it's really, really, really important. Whatever it is that you're doing, right? See, when you approach money from the second level and the first level, not the third, right? Not the bottom, because if you imagine this as a pyramid, right? The biggest base is going to be the first floor, right? Then the second floor is a little bit smaller, okay, because there's fewer people. But then the third one, the pinnacle of it, is really, really small. Okay, when you approach whatever it is that you're doing, forget about this for a minute. Okay, so when you start looking at whatever it is that you're doing, your service, the company you work for, business that you're a part of, community that you are a part of, that you're trying to get this, okay, from as a result of dealing products or selling services or whatever. When you approach your role in that as a servant, and with your heart, with your soul, you go for that servant heart. And when that thing is deeply rooted fundamentally within you, you operate based on laws that govern success, that govern money. Okay? And so that is a servant's heart and servant's soul. That's the attitude, your true intention of what it is that you're doing and how you approach it, right? So when you have that, okay, you cannot go wrong, my man. I was gonna say my man, my ladies, right? You're watching me right now in this video. You cannot go wrong because you're literally dealing with the source that structured the laws that govern this kind of stuff. Does that make sense? So where most people want to go for the bottom of this pyramid, of this triangle, right, of money, and they're fighting over it, they're scrambling over it, and they don't understand these other levels. Okay? If you want to be wealthy, if you want to be successful, if you want to be ultra successful, you've got to approach from the top down, because you never have to worry and scramble over this, because this is simply a byproduct of how you approach it at its pinnacle level. Does that make sense? So if you come, let's say if you're promoting a product, and if you truly believe in that product, I just did a show on it yesterday on 4% Entrepreneur Show. If you're watching these, we talked about it. So when you approach whatever it is you're doing, whether you're selling a product or service, and you really believe in that thing, right? You're using it. You're the product of the product. You're like, dude, this is the best thing in the world. And I know, like, if I don't sell it, if I don't get this into my customers' hands, I will be doing them a disservice. This is how much you believe in it, and it changed your life, and it helped you, and improved your, helped you improve whatever area you wanted to improve. And you're coming into the marketplace with that attitude, and your true intention is not to make a buck, but to really serve that person. Okay? And when you serve at scale, right? See, what happens here is you're tapping into this money stuff from the top, and it always matches up. Now and then, when you work on yourself, and the stuff that we teach inside of the 4% and successchallenge.com, again, if you didn't check that training out, definitely check it out, and you want to enroll in it, because it changes you, it reprograms you psychologically when it comes to money. okay? So that just like millionaires and billionaires, you never, ever, ever, ever see yourself as poor, even when you might not have a lot of money, okay? Because your psychology set thermostat, right? Your money on a physical will always match to that. That make sense? So I know deep stuff, a lot to think about here, but I wanted to share this idea with you. Whatever it is that you're doing, don't look at money, don't look at, don't look at whatever you're doing as just a transactional thing, because you'll be floating at the bottom of the barrel. This is where the most crowded, this is the most crowded place, and you don't want to be there, because this is, it's a lot of people there, man. You want to get to the top, right? So rise to the top in your thinking, plug into the community. If you're not part of the 4%, we'll welcome you to, to plug into our trainings and, watch these videos, listen to this. The way that you change your programming, your psychology, and the way that you change everything, how you approach, is simply through repetition. It's not difficult. Anybody can do it. It's the right information through repetition, and you will change the way that you behave and look at money and get money. I promise you. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. This is the message for today. Heavy stuff, I know. Most people probably won't get it. Let me know in the comments if you got it. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. And I would appreciate it if you can share it with somebody. If you are not subscribed to this channel yet, feel free to subscribe, hit notification bell so you can be notified of the next videos I'm going to be putting out for you. Appreciate you. Be awesome. I'll see you tomorrow.